Hello my dear students, in this video lecture I am going to discuss a very conceptual problem on quantum mechanics. So this is the problem. So just read out the problem first. The Hamiltonian of a two-level system is H is given. A possible initial state in which the probability of the system being in that quantum state does not change with time is. So basically a two-level quantum system Hamiltonian is given. So we have to determine the initial state where the probability of the system does not change with time. So let us first write down the Hamiltonian. The Hamiltonian is given by half h cut omega and then 1 1 1 minus 1. So let us now find out the eigenvalue of this Hamiltonian, that is the energy eigenvalues. So the energy eigenvalues can be determined using this characteristic equation. Here it is this. So if we solve this, then we will get something like this: h cut by omega by 2 minus lambda, and then h cut omega by 2, and then h cut omega by 2, and then minus h cut omega by 2 and minus lambda. That's equal to 0. Okay, so just solve this to find out the lambdas. So it will be something like this: minus h cut square omega square by 4, just a plus b into a minus b, minus lambda square minus h cut square omega square divided by 4. So from here your lambda comes out to be, lambda square is nothing but h cut square omega square by 2. So your energy eigenvalue becomes lambda is equals to plus minus h cut omega divided by root 2. So these two are the energy eigenvalues. Okay, so let us find out the eigenvectors, that is a state. And let us suppose that the state is given by alpha and beta, sine alpha and cosine alpha, cosine alpha and sine alpha. Let the state be cosine alpha and sine alpha. So this is my state. Let the state be psi equal to this. So the corresponding time independent Schrödinger's equation read h psi is equals to lambda psi, right? So h is given by what? H cut omega divided by 2, and then h cut omega divided by 2, and then h cut omega divided by 2, and minus h cut omega divided by 2. Okay, and lambda is what? Lambda is h cut omega by root 2 into cosine alpha and sine alpha. Let us solve this. Here psi is given by sine alpha and here the psi is given by sine alpha and cosine alpha. Cosine alpha and sine alpha, cosine of alpha and sine of alpha. Lambda is what? Lambda is h cut omega by root 2, and then it will be given by cosine alpha and sine alpha. Why we are selecting this cosine alpha and sine alpha? Just checking out the options. Every time it is given as cosine alpha and sine alpha. Okay, so from here we can find out this half cosine of alpha plus half sine of alpha is equals to 1 by root 2 cosine of alpha. Okay, so from here we get 1 by root 2 cosine of alpha plus 1 by root 2 sine of alpha is equals to cos alpha. Okay, So we may write this 1 by root 2 as cosine of pi by 4. So we may write this cosine of pi by 4, cosine of alpha, and also it is sine of pi by 4, sine of alpha. We write this in terms of this cosine and sine just to get the left hand side as cosine of something, right? So it is nothing but this cosine of pi by 4 minus alpha, cosine of pi by 4 minus alpha, that is equal to cosine of alpha. So from here we get your alpha as pi by 8. If you did the same thing for the negative eigenvalue, you will also get this alpha equal to pi by 8. So the possible state that will be psi will be cosine of pi by 8 and sine of pi by 8. So this is the final answer. So it's a pretty much conceptual problem. I hope you understand this, and thanks for watching.